Okay, what's up everybody? It's your boy CaT from Miss HD back with another reaction video. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, but who gives a shit? You probably don't, I really don't. I've been busy with college, I am too busy to give shits nowadays. But anyways, let's get right down to the point. So, y'all remember Twin Diaries, right? That video about that story about the lesbians and the guy who kept calling the chick with the burns the burn bitch. The guy who kept calling people the cripple fuck. Yeah, you know that one. That one was great. That was just beautiful. Mwah, 10 out of 10. Well, if you remember that, and you somehow haven't seen this yet, which, it's been almost a month, you lazy, lazy fucks, but I know, like, half of you haven't read this yet. Dioga's entry to the Fall Fanning Con Creative Writing Contest was Shabadooby Twin Diaries 2! And boy howdy, is this one just as amazing as the first one. Honestly, I'd say maybe it's just a little more special. And I don't mean special in the good way, so let's just get going here. Okay, so basically, Teresa, you remember the lesbian who gave that fucking stupid speech about being a lesbian at the end of the last fucking thing. So she's just studying by herself like a complete loner anime protagonist in the football field or something, and suddenly some random female is getting picked on by some football players because that's what football players do. At least in this fictional version of high school. Anyway, so the girls, like, yeah, they're the football players. They're holding her purse over her head. It's Adrian. It's a defender on the team. It's ironic that a defender is being aggressive, if you ask me. But you know what you gonna do about it? And then basically we get this fucking beautiful dialogue. Adrian's like, "Oh, the fan can't get her bag back. So sad." And the girl's defiant about this. She's like, "Fag, fag, that's the only reason you're picking on me? Well, you bitches are shit out of luck. I'm lesbians and proud of it." You know, this average high school exchange that happens every single day in high schools all over the United States. This is so relatable that I, as a straight man, can relate to this plight because it's just that common and definitely is not an exaggerated stereotype of high school events. He's just so relatable and realistic, and I applaud Diogo for tackling the real issues of our time. And then Teresa's conflicted about helping, you know, because she's like, this is exactly what I fear from these people if I was ever exposed. But helping her might expose me anyway. And it's like, didn't you have an entire speech about not hiding your bullshit anymore in the last Twin Diaries, if I'm not remembering that incorrectly? Honestly, I can remember it at all because I got so shit-faced afterwards. Jesus. Anyways, so yeah, we got the return of the nice ass, and boy howdy, that's the one thing I missed. Ass. Ass. Just do I need to say anything? Ass. Nice ass. Ass. Okay, so basically Teresa hides in the fucking bathroom and then she goes to turn towards the toilet seat and there's a pair of red eyes staring up at her. And the story doesn't specify this, but if you think about this for half a second, you know it means the pair of red eyes are in the fucking toilet. So whatever malevolent entity is gonna act as the shitty villain of this thing is sitting inside the toilet, looking up at her like, let me get that asshole, girl. And that just makes it less threatening, if you ask me. Anyways, she also follows it up by saying, the fuck, except instead of S-C-K, this fucking story is destroying my brain. Instead of CK, she says FUQ. So it should really be read the fuck you. Because that's how fucking real people talk. And now she's gotten fucking voices in her head telling her to go get the pussy, and then another one saying, no, don't get the pussy. Shit. And then this happens. She's so distracted that she bumps into the girl who's got the nice ass. And then she falls backwards. She stumbles backwards, and she lets out a gasp as she hits the ground, groaning from a sore butt. Yeah, I'm surprised. That's actually the first time in the entirety of Twin Diaries history that he's referred to an ass as anything other than the word ass. Really, this should say groaning from a sore ass. But then that might get a different message across. I don't know. And then, so the girl helps Teresa up, and she stumbles forward and grabs the girl's titties. Like, is this an anime? Is this a shitty harem anime, or is this a Ben 10 fanfiction? Fuck it, what's the difference? Canon Ben 10 was a fucking shitty harem anime. You remember the end of Omniverse with the most dangerous game show, where Ben had to use fucking lifeline card to avoid going on a date with his parents? That was fucking disturbing. I'm used to it. I can be a klutz myself. Yeah, shit. I'm used to having people just fucking grope me out of nowhere. It's a real problem. Relax, you won't be considered gay just for talking to me. Is that a real problem in schools these days? Talking to homosexuals, does that make people see you as a homosexual? Because that seems a bit retarded, but then again, kids are also retarded. So, I don't know. You youngsters tell me. Okay, and now we get a panty shot! Woo! Yeah, woo woo! That's the white... this fucking story needed. A serious story with themes of sexual assault. That's gonna fucking happen later. This serious story. It's like, yeah, we need a panty shot! Woo! Fucking stupid. As if this story wasn't terrible enough. You had to include the worst characters from Omniverse, which is saying a fucking lot. Oh, and Blue Kitch and Driva, they severed the timeout function tied to Teresa's Omnitrix. If you remember in the last one, the gimmick is that Terrence and Teresa had their Omnitrixes linked so that only one of them can use them at a time. And that's the theme between the title, Twin Omnitrixes, because twins have got the Omnitrixes and they have to switch them out and shit. And, good going. You removed the one interesting gimmick you had going for you, you dumb fuck. Okay, so, that evening, Terrence makes it the Bobby Boys, Bobby Bus, and Bob and Vagina picks pizza. And then he has the rest of the football team with him. That's gonna go fucking well, considering what just happened earlier today. And so, he notices that they're all fucking eyeing his sister, and he's like, yo, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And then we get this stupid fucking statement. Dude, you would do after today if she wasn't your sister, of course. Like, fuck off with that. Oh, shit, I think I just fucking died. Anyways. But God's not gonna let me go that easily. And so yeah, Adrian's like, yo, Teresa flashed the yard her panties, which is not what happened at all. The wind blew them up, and it was pretty clear she was trying to put them back down. You lying fuck. Yeah, see, Daniel does that. See, Daniel points out that Adrian's a fucking retard, but Adrian just doubles down on being a retard, and if that ain't a metaphor for Ben 10 fanfiction as a whole, I don't know what is. I think you're gay now! This is the best drama I've ever read. I think you're gay! Who gives a shit? And then the voice is like,
But he's bigoted. He could spread the rumor that you are gay just to force you to accept.
Yeah, accept a date proposal. Exactly.
If you accept his offer, you'll mitigate the potential damage and quench any rumors from forming.
In Hollywood, I think this tactic is called a beard? Something? I don't know. Whatever the term is, it's stupid. But I didn't come up with it. Fuck. Okay, so she accepts the date proposal. Even though, yeah, he didn't really ask. I don't fucking care anymore. Okay, so Terrence asks her what the fuck is this deal about, and she says,
I know what I said, but well, there is this new girl who is a lesbian and he's been torturing the girl. I just don't want him spreading any damaging rumors about me, that's all.
and you know, those two statements are pretty much entirely unrelated. You could have bridged them with another few words or another sentence or something, but you know, I guess that would have been too hard. Fuck. And then later at night, she just fucking smells something and it turns into Spider Monkey and webs her room, and there's really no explanation for this. Just a dream, I guess. So, yeah, that scene was. That sure served the point. Okay, so the next day she's waiting at the pizza shop, and don't worry, guys, if you thought her jeans were not going to be. Fuck, I need to cut that take out. So the next day, Teresa's waiting at the pizza shop, and don't worry, guys, the Meredith makes sure to reassure us of the state of her ass. 'Cause that's what we all needed to know. So yeah, she hears hissing noises now for some reason. And Adrian is just, he proves how much more of a retard he is. Like, isn't he trying to get in her pants? And he's doing it by being an absolute prick. Like, I realize that works in fucking neckbeard fantasies, but most of the time in real life, there's a bit more nuance to relationships than that. Oh, yep, here we go. Adrian takes her into an isolated back alley, and this is where shit's gonna really start getting dank. So, yeah, he tries to kiss her, and she's like, you know, how about, she's like, yeah, how about no, faggot? And then he just grabs her and she slaps him, and yeah, that happens. And and then he just straight up grabs her and slams her against the wall.
Bad touch! Bad touch! Stranger danger!
You see this shit? This is gonna be important later, but don't worry about it right now. He says, that wasn't very nice. You're going to give me what I want. And yep, this story just went into straight up full on sexual assault. And boy howdy, if you think that's gonna matter, don't! Where he turns into Upchuck and then fucking shoves him off. And then, whatever. Does it matter anymore? She just fights him. And she goes back to her room and there's snakeskin on her bed. Woo, snakeskin! And she says, snake on my bed, even though it's just fucking shed skin, not an actual snake. But she says, snake! She keeps doing this shit. Like, even as she wakes up, she's like, snake, snake, snake. And at this point, you're wondering, oh, is this shitty Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets, but with more unnecessary sexual assault? Yes. So she gets more fucking voices in her head, which I guess are supposed to represent her classmates' thoughts or her imagining her classmates' thoughts. It's not very clear. Nobody gives a shit. Okay, so the fucking red eyes in the toilet bowl, they come back, except this time the story specifically mentions them as being in the toilet bowl. And again, that's not scary. It's fucking toilet humor disguised as a jump scare. Oh, but don't worry, the water alien's going for her. But she has her Omnitrix, and you know what she's gonna turn into? Is fucking, overflow, water hazard, literally anything suited for water. Nope, she chooses fucking Tails the Fox! Because, you know, if there's one thing Sonic characters are known for, it's not drowning. Dumbass. And then she goes running through the school, telling people there's an alien in the bathroom that controlled water. And for some reason, it's implied that they don't believe her. Even though aliens are very clearly a thing that exists and attack people in this universe. Like, you legit just had a scene where they got camera recordings of Upchuck attacking Adrian. And then we get this fucking stupid line. Teresa's eyes are wide in panic, being mistaken for insanity. Okay, who sees wide eyes and automatically thinks, oh, they must be fucking crazy? Fucking dumbasses and dumbass writers, that's who. Okay, so the counselor says to her, we checked the bathroom and there was no sign of water anywhere. It seems like you bathed in the toilet. Okay, so let's run through this and see if we can figure out the logic that takes us from point A to point B here. So, they checked the bathroom. There's no sign of water anywhere, even though Teresa said there was water. Now, what do you think is more likely? A. There was water everywhere, but somebody cleaned it up because, you know, that's a thing you can do with water if you have literally any kind of cloth, you dumb shits. Or this teenage girl climbed into the toilet, and not only did she climb in, but she was actually able to fit inside of it and bathe in it. I don't know. You know, I think people drying things with towels is just so much less likely than a teenage girl magically shrinking down and jumping inside a toilet. You know, it's just common sense. And then we get this fucking exchange. A shapeshifter, that seems highly unlikely. Perhaps you did have a mental break. Dumbass. Teresa's like, I know how it sounds, but you can't put logic to aliens. They could be able to do anything. And yes, she's got a point. She's one of the dumbest characters in fiction, but she's actually right here. And I'm not sure... There's no fucking logical consistency to this universe. BB, I swear to God, if you keep yelling at Happy, I am going to kick you out of this room. Fucking hell. I have a lot of editing to do. And then it turns out the counselor is actually an alien who looks like Teresa and Terrence. Whoa! Okay, so basically this is just Albedo, except he goes by the name Terror. 'Cause that's all you'll remember. It's fucking stupid. So he uses toe pick to make her go, and this scares her so bad that she curls up in a fetal position. And then this dumb shit happens. Teacher comes in like, what happened? And the guy says, call 911. She's had a severe mental break. That's not how 911 works. You call if there's an active emergency, not if there's someone just sitting on the floor. Like, I know she's not doing mentally so super well, but she's no active danger to anyone, and neither is she in any active danger, so you're just wasting the police's time by calling the emergency line, you dumb fuck. And this is the only good part of the episode right here. Terrence comes in to the mental hospital, the psychiatric hospital, like, I'm here to see my sister. And nurse like, okay, what's your name? And she's like, and he's like, Teresa, last name Hexanger! And Kevin just laughs at it. And that's honestly beautiful. Anyways, they say they can't see her, so they do this stupid shit where they dress up as janitor or a staff member or whatever, and well, Kevin dresses as one, and he pushes a small laundry cart, and inside the laundry basket is Gwen and the worst, and Gwen's head being stuck in the worst armpit. Ugh, you smell terrible. That's what this story about a mental breakdown and sexual assault needed. Fucking armpit humor.
I'm very deeply, truly deeply sorry about the cancer diagnosis.
A bazinga! Okay, so basically, it was all a trap for terror to trap them. Or something. Whoa! Anyways, they've loosened their straight enough so they can transform, and now they're fucking doing stupid shit. And then we get this fucking scene where Terror, as Slither, fucking hell, says Omnitrix, recalibration and unification mode, become whole again. And it tries to absorb the other Omnitrixes, which I guess that's a thing. These are all Omnitrixes. They used to be one Omnitrix, but now they aren't anymore. There's reasons, but we're never going to get those reasons explained to us because Twin Diaries is just a series of one-offs. And it ends with the... doesn't end, but like, it has this foreshadowing that there are more Omnitrixes out there. Oh boy, we get more of this shit. Okay, so basically, Teresa turns into gray matter and figures out the command for disabling all the Omnitrixes. And then Terrence just fucking punches Terror, and that takes care of this dumbass. Okay, and then a few days after all this dumb shit, the same fucking thing from the start of the episode is happening with Adrian holding Meridian's over it, and it's just being stupid. This is time Terrence comes in because Teresa's a pussy, and he's just like, Adrian, stop being a dick. And he's just like, I'm surprised that someone like you would ever torment a hottie such as this. And just, thanks for helping, you condescending dick. Okay, so, then this happens. Terrence rides off. Marionette's puzzled because, like, he said, oh, it's not me who's getting something. And that's fucking Amish, and I have fucking allergies. Into that, or this thing is giving me fucking diabetes. I don't know. Super AIDS. Anyways, she notices the handwriting. Oh, fuck this. She notices the handwriting on the note, and she's like, huh? Either he's gay, or he has good handwriting, you stereotyping motherfucker. And basically, it ends like this. It's actually a note from Teresa that she had Terrence pass on, because she's a pussy. And then it ends like that. And this story about mental degradation, sexual assault, and wacky hijinks is finally over. And you know what's fucking stupid? The entire theme of this contest was, fucking mental break. But it wasn't a mental break caused by anything, actually interesting. It was just like this random villain asshole using his superpowers to fuck with someone until he reveals himself like a dumbass and gets his ass kicked. And boom, everything's back to normal. Shabba-dooby, happy ending. And that's just fucking great. That's exactly what this story needed. Happy ending! Sure, there was that one almost rape scene that happened, but forget about that. We got a happy ending where she asks out her crush. Wubba lubba dub dub. Christ. Yeah, if you can probably tell that reading this just drained the energy out of me as I went. Because I started out a lot more energetic than this. But at any rate, I guess that's it. That's Twin Diaries Mental Break. That's Twin Diaries 2. Let's hope there's never another one of these if Dioge is merciful. And if God takes mercy upon us. Anyways, I guess that's it for today. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Go visit audible.com for 50 Shades of Grey, the audiobook. Make sure to get the enhanced version where they have the actual sounds of people fucking in the background. That's the good version. Just make sure audible.com, enter the code #purplecunt. And you'll get 50% off all 50 Shades of Grey and Pounded in the Butt by My Own Butt novels. I don't fucking know. Bye.